Welcome back to the Retro Wave. I am your host, El Tiburon, and we're kicking off the Summer of Movies podcast episodes. And what better way to start than with the goddamn Leprechaun movies? Tylord, my buddy Tylord, and I are ranking all 8 of the Leprechaun movies. What's going on, Tylord? How are you feeling after going through these 8 movies?
I tell you what, this podcast snuck up on me. I didn't realize we were going to do it so soon, so I had to endure all 8 of these movies within 1 week. I think I did pretty good. I did a marathon over these. It was a chore, but I did it, and now I'm happy I did because I'm here with you, talking about Leprechaun. I know it's not St. Patrick's Day. We're kind of late for that, but we got the St. Patrick's Day vibe, and my beard's kind of looking kind of orange in this light.
Kind of like Warwick Davis and the Leprechaun. Speaking of leprechauns, I went to my to a Bevmo because I'm like, I need like some kind of leprechaun.
Oh, no. Okay. What'd you
Irish.
Wexford.
Wexford for the audio listeners. Showing off this Wexford cream ale.
Oh, that sounds good. You know what?
You like stouts?
Yeah, I like them. I was going to get some Guinness, but the grocery store's line was way too long. I'm not going to wait in line, I guess, because it's Easter tomorrow. But so I went to the convenience store and I got a Mickey's.
Oh, nice! All right, do you already crack yours open?
No, let's
crack it open in honor of us trudging through these movies. So mine is. Are you a fan of these? I think they call them. Is yours a stout or what kind of beer is
This is just a malt, a fine malt liquor.
Mine is a Wexford cream ale. Nitro,
yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Nitro draft. I'm actually not a fan of Guinness. Yeah, because it kind of tastes like you're drinking motor oil.
It tastes like you're drinking. It tastes like you're drinking leprechaun piss.
But cheers.
Cheers, mate, or cheers, lad,
to the Leprechaun movies.
Wow, this smells pretty good, actually.
Mine smells like kind of like vanilla.
Okay, this is probably yeah.
Oh, it's not bad. It's actually kind of like a Guinness, but it's like a little, like a light version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Well, this just tastes like a beer version of a Thunderbird or a nut.
Yeah. So we're here to rank, like I said, all 8 movies, Leprechaun movies. Before we get started, why don't you tell me kind of what do the Leprechaun movies mean to you? Were they on your radar? Are you a fan of them? Are you kind of indifferent to them before you watch them this week?
Yeah, you know what? I was sort of indifferent. As always, I'm always looking forward to do a new marathon of a series of horror movies, no matter how bad they are. I think I probably had more of a soft spot for that terrible Silent Night, Deadly Night series than the Leprechauns, because I had only ever watched Leprechaun 1. I think I rented it right when it first came out, and I enjoyed it. Like I had a fun time with it, but I don't think I've ever watched it ever since. I think maybe I've seen bits and parts of Leprechaun in Space over the years, but I've never gone through them all like this. And I don't know if I was missing out or I was just missing out on suffering, but but no, I'm glad I did.
You know what? I've only seen the original.
Okay, yeah.
I've only ever seen the original. I've never seen any of the sequels. But it was one of those franchises, kind of like you said. We in the past for PWM's YouTube channel, we had done ranking reviews for the big ones, right? Like we did Friday the 13th, we did Nightmare on Elm Street, we did Halloween, Jaws.
Yeah, those were all. Yeah, we did Silent Night, Deadly Night. Didn't we do Pumpkinhead?
But this was one that I've only ever seen the first one, but it always kind of eluded me. Just because I saw the first one and I thought the first one was fun. And I would see, like you said, I would just hear people talk about, the Leprechaun in Space one and Leprechaun in the Hood, how silly they were. And I was like, I think I might like these. I need to watch these one day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I'll give my opinions on the movies. But this was definitely like, yeah, something I had been wanting to do, but like what's that saying? Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
You just might get it. Oh boy, did we get it? So yeah, why don't you? So we're going from number 8, which is our least favorite, to number 1. So why don't you kick it off? What's your least favorite Leprechaun movie?
Okay, I don't know if it was just a war of like my fatigue was setting in, but man, by the time I got to the last one, I was just not feeling it, and I think I would have enjoyed it more if it would have been made back in the '90s. But just I hate to be that old man, but I really don't care for new horror movies. This one I can is the Leprechaun 8, the Returns. That's what I have for my bottom one, number 8.
Yeah, the most modern one.
Yeah, the most modern one, and it didn't have Warwick Davis, which I can see maybe he's getting old, or maybe he didn't want to do movies like that anymore. But I thought the little guy they got did pretty good. He was a pretty good leprechaun. I'd like to see more movies with him if there were more leprechauns. But man, just this movie overall, it was like a direct sequel to the first one, which I didn't even care to see a sequel to that movie. but I guess they decided to do it, and I mean, for such a low budget, I think it was like $1.5 million or something. I guess it's pretty well made, and the acting was good. But man, I was just done by that point. It was like such a mean-spirited movie too. Like all of them are kind of mean-spirited, but usually like the protagonists, they're kind of likable, like nice kids or whatever. Like all of these girls, like were just terrible.
So you had leprechaun fatigue.
Yeah,
you could say.
Yeah.
Let's watch a little bit of the trailer. Let me. I don't know if YouTube. If I'm gonna have to re-edit this, but if YouTube's gonna slap me on the hand. But let's give it a shot. Hold on. Screen share just so we can kind of like after a while they kind of like, blended in for me at some point. So I kind of need a little refresher. Let's see. Okay. So let's see the trailer for Leprechaun Returns here.
You must be one of the girls. Fixing up the old house way out there from campus.
You know about that?
Small town.
My mom used to live here.
She didn't tell you anything about the place where you're going?
No. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything. We made sure of it.
You guys really going off grid?
By the end of summer, we'll have moved all our electricity to solar and all our water to the well.
There's no internet?
No internet and no cell service either.
Hello?
I've got a lot of killing to make up for.
This can't be real.
Do I look like a figment of imagination to you? I want me gold.
Here's the thing my mom always said was real.
Her friends threw me down the well to rot.
There is a deranged dwarf obsessed with money in the kitchen.
It's a leprechaun. He would murder anyone for his gold.
Why you look so sore? Audiences love lots of gore.
I spent last summer stopping poachers from killing sea turtles in Costa Rica. I can handle a bunch of pocket-sized pixies.
So it just tells you right there for the audio listeners where we saw the trailer. It says, look for it on digital because they knew they didn't want to put this shit in the movie theaters.
That trailer made it look pretty good, actually.
Yeah, when I think I remember seeing the teaser trailer and I was like, oh, it has Ozzy. Which that guy was in the Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Francis. I always liked that actor, so I was like, oh,
I like him. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah.
So in the teaser trailer they showed him. I was like, oh, I had been looking forward to watch this one, And yeah, and I had forgotten that plot that I guess the main protagonist, she's the daughter of Jennifer Aniston's character from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they just like it seems like they just pretty much like ignore all the sequels.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like only Returns and only one and Returns matters.
Yeah, they Halloweened it. Or they Halloween 2018 or whatever that was. Was that 18? Was the Halloween remake or the Halloween
reboot? Yeah, the reboot was 18. This one came out, I think, after.
Okay, so this wasn't 18.
When did this come out? I have no idea. But any other thoughts on this one? Any other thoughts?
Not really. I mean, it had pretty good effects.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty faithful in most ways to the old original one, but I just really wasn't all crazy about a sequel to the original movie because that one was like the most basic of all of them. I wanted another Hood movie.
I wonder if anybody for St. Patrick's Day, like any horror fans, will every year marathon all these movies. That might be a rough watch. I think. Yeah. Might be worse than marathoning all the episodes of MASH, if you ask me.
Or Wings.
Or Wings. Mm-hmm. All right, at my number, my least favorite one.
Yeah.
I have Origins, which is
that's the one before that.
Yeah, the prequel. So WWE produced.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle is actually the Leprechaun. Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I popped it in today. And like, who needs him? Like, you don't even see the Leprechaun the whole movie. Like, who cares if it's a tiny person or CGI? Like, you never really saw him, right?
Yeah, that's something I did notice. I was like, it's almost like they knew that it looked so shitty, the Leprechaun, that they're like, oh, we're not. It's not like the Jaws thing where they're saving it for suspense or it's like the less you see, the scarier it is. I think this one's just like, nah, this shit looks terrible. Just don't show it that often. Yeah. Don't show the Leprechaun.
I wanted to see him. When I heard it was him, I was hoping he'd be doing the little Warwick Davis shtick and talk and tell little jokes and stuff, and see little Hornswoggle running around with his hat and all that. But then it turned out to be like a proper horror movie.
Yeah, this one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I was feeling like you, like the fatigue. I think I didn't watch them all in a week. I watched them like in the last month.
Okay,
but this one like pissed me off. Like it was pissing me off. I was like, I can't believe I'm spending my Tuesday night watching this shit. Here are the notes that I took. I almost feel like when I was taking the notes, it was almost like when you read those journal entries in Resident Evil, like by the people that get eaten by the zombies. Like I put, these are my notes. This sucks. Feels like a Dollar Tree movie. It's almost like they don't want to show the monster too much. Why is this called Leprechaun?
Yeah.
Can't wait for this movie to end. This might be one of the blander, most pointless horror movies I've ever seen. Why am I still watching this? I'd rather watch an Iron Man match between IRS, Typhoon, and the Bushwhackers. Can the Leprechaun kill me next so I don't have to watch the rest of the movies? The rest of this movie? Man, this thing was terrible. Like you said, so this is the only Leprechaun movie where the Leprechaun isn't the prototypical Warwick Davis Leprechaun. He's just like I don't know. He looks like a giant maggot or like a ghoul or something.
Yeah. He's pretty scary looking, but fuck this movie. Oh, sorry. But I mean, like, it has nothing to do with the other ones. Why is it in that collection? It's a WW trash movie. Like, none of the other ones, they're all Trimark and whatever, Lionsgate or what's with that one? WWF it has nothing to do with the other.
This is one of those ones where I was also, I don't know if you saw the Leatherface one, right? Like the most modern Leatherface one. Yeah. It felt like that. Like that one didn't need to be called Leatherface. It could have been like a whole separate horror movie. This one should have just been something else, like the chupacabra. The guy looked more like a chupacabra. I was like, just call it something else.
Yeah, it was like it was actually in Ireland, and he was the bad guys would sacrifice the tourists for gold, or they leave gold for the little guy because it cursed their village or whatever. It seemed more like a proper horror movie than the other one. Like, it's not really that bad of a horror movie, but yeah, F this movie, Bubba.
Yeah, I think maybe if it wasn't called Leprechaun,
yeah,
it's still not a movie I would ever want to see again.
Yeah,
but I would at least be like, oh, that's just like a shitty horror movie, like whatever. But the fact that WWE tied this to the Leprechaun franchise, and oh, there's a Leprechaun one. This shit is not a Leprechaun movie.
No,
it's bad. I think it has like one of the characters from Freddy vs. Jason too. I don't know if you recognize them. Yeah, the guy that's like in the asylum with what's John Ritter's son's name? Jack Ritter?
Was it the little guy that got his leg chomped on? Yeah.
He's the little guy that I think that gets killed like in the
he gets
Freddy burns like his back, like scratches his back and burns him.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize him. He was the little guy that got his leg ripped up, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck this movie, man. This movie, I had always wanted to see the Kane See No Evil movies.
Yeah,
this movie made me be like, nah. If it's like it's gonna be like this trash, hell no, I'm not gonna watch it.
You sent me that movie, and I was kind of looking forward because I'm a Kane fan, even though I'm not a fan of WWF film trash. Like, okay, I'll give it a chance because it looks good as Kane. I'm not watching it now. And I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee, and I'm not watching the damn WWE Bruce Lee movie.
WWE's making a Bruce Lee movie?
No, they made one like 10 years ago. I was like, yeah, Bruce Lee movie. But then I saw WWF films. Like,
who played Bruce Lee?
I know some guy that looked a lot like him. The guy looked pretty good.
That's funny. All right, well that was my least favorite one.
Yeah.
What was your number 7?
Yeah, I'll go right into that. It's my 7 is that
Origins.
Origins, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was a terrible movie. It's just like some like run of the mill post 2000 horror movies. So I mean, it's not really that bad of a horror movie. Like it was kind of scary, and it's actually a proper horror movie, unlike the other Leprechaun movies. But man, I was kind of wanting to see Hornswoggle be a little clown.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, would Hornswoggle really be proud of him saying, "Oh, I was a leprechaun in this movie"? Like, he didn't really.
You wouldn't even know it's him. It just looks like a maggot. Like,
it could have just been anybody else. Like, you didn't see like his face, or at least in Returns, the guy gets lines, gets to talk and stuff.
Yeah. That's what was a good to a return to the Warwick Davis style with the new guy. But that, think it would have been so much better even if it was a movie like that took itself seriously. But the little guy was a little clown, like he'd be running around like kicking him in the butt and running away or whatever. But it's just that movie's not for me.
All right, I'm not even gonna show the trailer for that one because I don't know. As you might know this, Tylord, WWE does not like you showing any of the stuff they own on YouTube. They will copyright strike your ass right away.
Okay,
so I'm not even gonna show that.
We don't want to see it anyway.
For me, number 7, I've got. So we both have Returns and Origins on the very bottom of the well.
Yeah,
I've got Leprechaun Returns at 7. Should throw these 2 movies at the bottom of the well with the Leprechaun. Only notes I took. It's like I started taking notes and then I just didn't care anymore and I stopped writing notes for it. I put at least he looks better than the Leprechaun in Origins.
Oh yeah, by far, yeah.
And I put where's Warwick. And I think at this point I might have Googled, like, is like Warwick Davis, like, is he dead? Is that why they couldn't use him? But I'm like, he's alive. But like what you said, maybe he's like, nah, I don't want to do it.
I saw on the trivia. Actually, I always refer to IMDb. I didn't do it as much this time because I didn't have much time, so I'm not going to be the professor this time. But I did see that he was I guess since he's had his opinion has changed on starring in horror movies since he's had children, so he didn't want to be in it. But they did offer him the role.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
So he just
Yeah.
said no.
He just
Another note. The last note I took, and then I just stopped writing notes. I put, "What's with the high pitched voice?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. It does sound. This could seem like how a leprechaun would talk, but yeah, you're right. It was high pitched.
Yeah, that was getting on my nerves, like how he was talking. Yeah, he was, and then he would try to do one-liners, but they weren't really like funny. Like they were just like they didn't really make sense, or they were too. I don't know. Like I just thought this movie was pretty bland. I mean, at least it had gore and some cool kills, but. Yeah,
it had that weird sprinkler head kill.
Oh yeah, doesn't he shove a sprinkler into a girl's mouth or something?
Yeah, all the sprinkler heads pop up and kid her, and one of them stabs her in the mouth, and then like its blood is squirting out of the sprinkler head.
Yeah, and then he like puts like a mailbox on someone's head on the mailman.
He runs it over. Yeah,
and he runs it. Yeah.
Yeah, then he has the drone cuts the one douchebag's head off.
Yeah, I thought this one was gonna be. I was kind of looking forward to it, but it was. I don't know. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
What you got at number 6? What movie was number 6 for you?
Okay, from this point on, like I don't hate them.
Okay.
I put the Leprechaun 2. Was that the second one from 1994?
Okay, Leprechaun 2.
Yeah, Leprechaun 2. I mean, I guess there was a little bit more to it than Leprechaun 1, but I guess Leprechaun 1's just like the base, or so like. So you kind of have more respect for that, as you do with all horror movies, like the first Friday the 13th, the first Nightmare on Elm Street, so and so. The first one's like what starts it all, and it had all the stereotypical leprechaun tropes and all that. This one kind of expanded on that, but I think it had a higher budget. You know what? I think it was. What did I write? The budget was $2 million, which is not really that much, but that's a lot more than the first one. But that's really nothing, and it's more in the city, so it has more of like the city vibe. So it's kind of cute.
I think it's in L.A., isn't it?
It's in L.A. Yeah, because he's doing a Hollywood cruise. I didn't really hate it, but I mean, it's just like you can tell these movies are not going to be horror movies. They're just going to be silly like parodies of horror movies with all leprechaun tropes and like 3 wishes and stealing his gold and polishing shoes and getting hit with iron, or they're allergic to iron and all that, and he's always trying to get a bride and all this and that. So I thought it was kind of cute, and the one guy, I thought that old guy, I don't know who that actor is, but he kind of stole the show as Uncle Morty. Like that is he just?
I feel like I've seen him in other movies. No?
Yeah, but that guy's pretty funny, and the girls, the boy and the girl. Usually these leprechaun movies, the boy and the girl, they're pretty cute little likable characters.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, I noticed at the beginning he's given the tour of the darker side of LA tour in the hearse. They're giving that tour, and I noticed Clint Howard was the tourist, and his wife was Lucy from Twin Peaks. Like those were the only people I noticed, I recognized from the movie. And then I think the guy from what do you call it, from Mad TV? What's his name? Michael McDonald. His face melted. Yeah. Funny enough, he gets killed and we were just talking about Halloween. He gets killed in the Halloween 2018. The new Halloween. I forgot about that. Yeah.
One of them. I forgot. I don't know if it's the 2018 or the other one.
He's pretty good at getting killed. Yeah.
Well, let me show you which one I got.
Okay.
At my number 6.
Okay.
Love can be hard to find. For some, it takes a lifetime. For him, it took 1,000 years.
God bless you.
And now that he's finally found her, he's going to love her.
I'm back.
To death.
Kiss me. I'm Irish.
Yeah, I don't know why the trailers make the movies look better than than I remember them being.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of in sync. Yeah, I have this one at my number six, but I'm still not in the I like these movies. I'm still like in the I would never watch these movies again. So the notes I took for Leprechaun 2, I put this guy looks like a Dollar Tree Jamie Kennedy. I thought this was in the hood at first. I think I thought that because they were showing L.A.
Yeah.
Actors are pretty vanilla. Nothing special about it. I just thought it was kind of like just bland. It was like, there was nothing special about it. I didn't hate it, but I was like, I would never watch this again.
Yeah, I had it towards the bottom. Like, I don't really have anything bad to say, but like you said, it's kind of bland and nothing I'd really look forward to. If I did another marathon, I'd probably be going to get snacks or going to do something else or play games or play with my phone or something when this is on.
Yeah, the lady in the movie, she's probably the best part of the movie.
Well, about we, huh? Yeah.
Probably the only redeemable thing about the movie. But I think this one actually still got a theatrical release because I feel, I don't know, I didn't do my homework, but from what I Googled, it seemed like only like the first 3 or maybe 4 got theatrical releases. And then after that, they were just straight to VHS, DVD.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you got at number 5?
At number 5, I have Leprechaun 5 in the hood with my boy Ice-T. You know, I have a soft spot for Ice-T's and all those Albert Pien movies. And this isn't really much better than an Albert Pien movie.
Leprechaun 5 is
is that the right one, right? 5 in the hood?
No, 5 is Back to the Hood.
Oh, are you sure?
There's 2. Oh no, you're right. In the hood.
Yeah. The first hood
is back.
Back to the hood. Yeah. I have the Ice. I like Ice-T. I always like him, even though he's always the same guy. I think we talked about that before. But he's always hilarious. He just plays the same type character and everything, but he's always hilarious and does a good job. And the movie is. It's so out there, like it doesn't resemble anything close to a horror movie anymore. It's just a bunch of silliness. It's the story of the 3 rappers in the hood that they think they're starting off being positive, like they want to be a positive part of rap music or whatever, but then they get lured into evil with the leprechaun's flute, and they can hypnotize people into liking their music. and I thought the acting was fun. Like that little trio was pretty funny. The little main trio, I thought they were pretty funny. And there's always the little rivalry between like them and the Leprechaun and Ice-T. They're always trying to get the flute, and I thought it was cute. But like it just resembles nothing. It's total silliness at this point. Like it never was really anything more than silliness, but it's really getting really, really silly at this point. At the beginning, I thought maybe it was going to take itself a little serious, this movie, but no, it just gets sillier and sillier and sillier as it goes on.
Yeah, it almost seems like by this point they knew, like, you guys are not watching this for like serious scares or good writing. You guys this is the Leprechaun in the hood. You know what you're getting yourself into.
Not only do we have a combination of all the silly Leprechaun tropes, like pot of golden wishes and all that, but then we have like all the hood culture with the weed and the rap music and everything, and the Leprechaun's always smoking in the
he takes like he smoke a joint with Ice-T in the restroom or something. Yeah, let's check out the trailer for this one here. Let's check it out here.
When Mac Daddy discovers a magic flute, that's all I want right here. He becomes the richest man in hip-hop.
Hey, get these mooses out.
But when three young rappers
Kind of like Robin Hood. Said we're going to be robbing in the hood.
stumble onto his musical treasure, everyone will have to pay the piper.
Unhand me gold, you thieving hoods. You got more loot than Tiger Woods. They got the flute. We got to get that back. Our part is over.
He's mean.
Did somebody say blow?
What kind of voodoo shit you boys into?
He's green.
Curious aroma. That's the bomb right there. The bomb? Ah, the bomb.
He's down.
Does she meet with your approval?
Sit down, my healthy filly. You're about to meet a club named Billy.
Come and let me lay hands upon your sinful creature.
What's that? It's rap. And then I'm gonna take this and wrap it around your ugly ass.
Warwick Davis. Ice-T.
From Emerald Isle to your place in the hood, I'm the man of green, come to do no good. You know the left is the real OG. Got your ass.
We don't go down without a fight, right? Right?
Right.
Leprechaun 5. Size doesn't matter when you're still the man.
Even the trailer. Come on now.
Yeah, that was a good trailer. I wish I hadn't placed it so low now.
You could definitely tell this was like a trailer that was made to be plugged into like a horror movie you rented at your local video rental store.
Yeah.
Like, and then you'd be like, "Oh man, we gotta watch Leprechaun." Yeah, it's a good. Any other notes on this one or thoughts?
Not really. I just remember at one point later on in the movie, like it took a really dark turn I wasn't expecting. It was pretty good actually.
Which one? What
where the guy with the his buddy? Remember?
Oh yeah. Doesn't he make him like point the gun at himself and kill himself? Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, this one was kind of almost felt at times like a Looney Tunes movie, like a Looney Tunes cartoon, like some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Was this the one also like where? Yeah, it is the one, isn't it? The one where he's with the three guys, and then they're like staying over at a transgender person's house.
Yeah, and they dress up in drag to go pretend like they're the fly hose to get into the leprechaun's base.
And then the transgender person grabs the leprechaun by the hand and takes him takes leprechaun to the room. It was like, come here. Yeah. All right. Well, you get that. That's your number. What do you have? Number 5, right? I've got Leprechaun 5, Back to the Hood at my number. My number 5. Yeah, so that's the one right after In the Hood. But I actually didn't really care. I'm still like not caring for these movies yet. I'm like, this one feels like In the Hood, but not as good for some reason. Oh man, I didn't mean to rap right there either. But I just watched the trailer because I need to watch the trailer to refresh my memory because I kind of forgot what the hell happens in this one. Let's see.
Leprechauns, born of earth magic. They were protectors of the king's gold and punish anyone who would steal it. But after the king died, they were all whisked away back into the earth, except for one.
You want to hear? Yeah. I haven't smoked a good pipe in a long time.
I see peril coming.
You filthy mortals have tried to steal my riches. Hello, love.
It's a leprechaun and he's after us. He wants his gold back.
Come on!
Damn! Who the fuck just took my shit?
You compromised all you believed in once you got the gold.
No more running.
I like her.
You're going back to hell tonight.
How tall are you, sweetie?
About 3'6".
3'6".
I make up for it in other areas.
Oh, this is wonderful working, baby.
Hello?
I think that might have been my favorite part of the whole movie is when he gets the phone call. He picks up the dude's cell phone, and it's the girl's like wanting to hit on him, and she hangs up on him after he says he's 3'6".
Yeah.
Yep. You know what it was? Now that I watched the trailer, I think the main characters from In the Hood, like the three main guys, I thought they were a lot more likable and funny. Then this one, it was the girls that were the main characters.
Yeah.
I just didn't find, I don't even remember any of them. I didn't think they were that good. They were kind of bland.
There was like 2 girls and 2 boys, and one guy was a thug and one was like a loser.
Yeah, the other one was like the pothead. Yeah, I just didn't, maybe it was the characters. I just didn't really care for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any other thoughts on it. Let's go to your, what you got, number 4. What you got at number 4?
Number 4, I have Leprechaun 3 in Vegas.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, at this point, I thought this was going to be a real slog getting through these, but I was kind of having fun at this point. After 2, like, they're just so out there and so bizarre and so weird. They're just like silly movies. Like they're just sort of like gory comedy movies.
Yeah.
Not really much horror at all. And it takes place at this casino. It's called like the Lucky Shamrock or something. It's like something Irish themed at this Vegas hotel. And I kind of like all the little silly characters. There's the main girl's like a magician's assistant, and a magician's like a douchebag, and he's hilarious. And then there's that girl that does I forget if she's at the crap table or the blackjack, and she's this really ugly old broad, but it's really Caroline Williams.
Yeah,
and
Stretch.
I was like, why the hell is she that ugly at this point? I didn't realize she was done up to look ugly.
Yeah.
Because later on she gets hot again, but
that's Stretch. Stretch from
that's
Texas.
Stretch. Yeah, Stretch. I was like, who is that girl? And like, is that Stretch? She can't look that bad in 1995. Like I didn't realize she was like put makeup on to make herself look bad. But then later on she gets hot again. But I don't know, they're just funny characters. And then the guy that runs the casino is like an old pervert, and the main kid is kind of funny. I like the main kid. He actually turns into a were leprechaun. Like the leprechaun bites him, and he starts spitting like orange hair, and he starts talking Irish. Oh, I'm craving potatoes, and he goes to the buffet, and like a werewolf, and he's like a were leprechaun. And this one brings in the whole medallion thing. I don't know. I think they've used it in other movies since then, like where that medallion goes over and it turns him to stone. I think they reused that in a couple other movies later on.
Yeah, this is 3, right? Because I think they used the medallion in Back to the Hood.
The Hood. Yeah. And I think in both the Hood movies, and then they had the guy that runs the pawn shop was hilarious. It's always trying to kill him in his pawn shop.
that felt like a Looney Tunes, like something.
That was very Looney Tunes. Yeah. Just so much silliness going on in this movie. I don't even think there's just so much silliness. Like, then there's he makes the stripper come out of the video, and she's like a robot, and she's having sex with the guy. And
that's another nice part of the movie right there.
Yeah. You got to give it to Leprechauns like 2, 3, and 4, like for having the nudity or what or the.
Yeah, this one, I won't talk about it until I get to it. Let's watch the trailer. Let's check out.
Okay.
Which one is this one again? Leprechaun
3, right?
3. Is it called in Vegas, or it's just called Leprechaun 3? I think. Huh?
Oh yeah, just Leprechaun 3. Yeah.
I don't think they started adding like the subtitles till after.
Leprechaun 3. Yeah.
All right, let's check out the trailer here. Vidmark.
Las Vegas, a gambler's dream, and a dreamer's paradise. They're all about to meet their worst nightmare.
Look out, Vegas! I'm taking over!
Now, the leprechaun's back in the city that never sleeps. And he will never rest until he reclaims his pot of gold.
Belongs to me, this gold I smell. Whoever's got it's going to hell. I want me shilling.
Hello? If we destroy the gold, we get rid of the leprechaun once and for all.
Leprechaun 3. The third time's the charm.
I love the little taglines. The third one's the charm.
That's good.
I don't even know if this got a theatrical release. I know, I think it might have been just the first. Maybe this one did get a theatrical release. You know the budget for this one?
It was 1.2 million. That's not bad, huh? That's pretty good for 1.2 million, huh?
Yeah, that's what that's something that I noticed with that movie. I was like the first 45 minutes, and it was almost like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah,
where, Jason's just on the boat. Like the first 45 minutes of this movie, he's just in the pawn shop. I'm like, why is he's still in the pawn shop? Like we're 45 minutes.
Yeah,
like he's in there for a while.
Yeah, this makes me wish Jason would go to Vegas.
Yeah, that'd be cool. This was your number 4, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll play.
Yeah, my number 4. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play the trailer for my number 4 pick here. It's like PlayStation 1 graphics, right?
Yeah.
What the hell was that? He's here.
Good evening.
He's back. Ready for romance.
She loves me.
Ready for excitement.
This barbecue's only just begun.
Ready for murder.
Destroy him.
You ball-busting bitch. Hold it right there, Pilgrim. As Shakespeare said, shit happens.
You as a monster?
You look much taller in person.
This is far too violent.
What did you shoot him with? Steroids?
Leprechaun 4. Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah, it seems like these trailers make the movies seem more fun, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Leprechaun 4 in Space at my number 4. Here are some of the notes I took. I put, feels like a low-budget version of Alien. He comes out of a guy's junk, LOL. Oh, yeah, comes out of that dude that's trying to score with the assistant of Home Improvement. That's the girl.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I didn't notice. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not Pamela Anderson, the one after Pamela Anderson. Joanna Mann is in it. Spider from Return of the Living Dead and DJ, right? DJ.
Yeah.
We met him. That guy was a hoot. What did you think? What's his actual name? I forgot. He's like Dominican.
Miguel Nunez Jr.
Yeah. What did you think of him when we met?
Oh
him?
man, I love him. Every time I see him in a movie, it makes it better. Yeah. And I forgot he was in this. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's fun. I think he survived too, right?
Yeah. He gets grabbed by that spider fly, brundlefly thing, but then he survives.
Oh man, I love this movie. Yeah.
I put let's see, Leprechaun makeup starting to look a little worse. Mm-hmm. This movie is bizarre. Yeah, I think watching this whole movie, I was like, what's happening? Why is this dude like half robot? Like, and the Leprechaun becomes a giant, and he's with this girl that he wants to marry. This movie is like fucking weird. I put a giant leprechaun, a spider fly creature. The effects are pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think right now I'm in like, I don't think I love this movie. I was more just like, what's happening in this movie? It was like so weird. It was bizarre, but it was at least entertaining. Like some of the, like when he becomes like a giant and the creature, the spider creature, and him trying to like marry that what is she, like a medieval queen or something?
She's like some like space queen or something. Yeah, such a bizarre movie. Like it's like Alien and Star Wars and Leprechaun. It's just a bunch of silliness that I love.
And I think he gets kind of like, doesn't he get like the alien treatment? That's how he dies. He gets sucked out into space and he blows up, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. You know, a thing I noticed with these movies too, I feel like most of them, the death of the alien is kind of the leprechaun. The death of the leprechaun's kind of not great.
Yeah, like
not the best.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, like when one of them, and I think it's back to the hood or in the hood where they throw him in the cement.
Yeah,
I was like, that's it.
Yeah, he just had like 5 different deaths, and then that was the one that got.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought I'm still like in the, like maybe it's one of those where it'll eventually grow on me, but I'm not loving it yet. Right? What do you got? You already said your number 4, right?
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
Okay, my number 3 is the original.
The original, okay.
Yeah, Leprechaun 1. Like I said, I didn't think anything would top it because it was the only one I ever saw. And I enjoyed it when I was a kid and I saw it. I just had never really gone back to it. And then when I went back to it now, I thought it was a cute little movie. like I said, it's not really... It started off silly from the beginning. It's not like it's a surprise that goes to space or whatever, or the hood. Like the first one's really, really silly. It's just all of the leprechaun tropes and he polishes the shoes or whatever. Yeah. It's just so silly. And the characters are all cartoony and silly. Jennifer Aniston's in it, so that's some eye candy. And I think she's pretty good in it. And I like Dollar Tree Lorenzo Lamas. Yeah.
Oh man, that was not for Dollar Tree Lorenzo. That was for Jennifer Aniston.
Oh no, yeah, those little short shorts he had on. But and then, our boy Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure is hilarious. And then he had his little friend, or they run the business together, and the little kid's smarter than he is. I thought they were cute little characters in this. And
that kid was in a lot of movies. Was he in Suburban Commando or?
Oh, maybe I didn't. All the little kids looked the same back then.
he was in a lot of stuff. I remember that kid.
Yeah. And then we got Dollar Tree Lorenzo Lamas, and Jennifer Aniston was cute little character. Like she was kind of a bitch. Like she was like snobby and conceited, and she was like a vegetarian and all that, but she ended up being like a brave girl. And so I thought it was a cute movie. And the Leprechaun, it was funny. Before this I didn't realize Warwick Davis was like an actor. Like I know he was in Willow, but I just thought he was some little guy that George Lucas had put stuff on because he's little, like he could be little creatures or whatever.
Was he an Ewok? I thought I saw.
Yeah, he was an Ewok. Yeah, he was, and he was a Willow. But I didn't realize he's pretty charismatic, Warwick Davis. Like he delivers his lines pretty well. Like he's a pretty good actor. He's pretty funny. Yeah, so I like Leprechaun 1. Like it feels like a horror movie a little bit more than the others, but it still is like super silly.
Yeah. Yeah, he starts like singing like ringing around the rosy, pockets full of posy.
There are a couple of grotesque murders in it. But usually, like, I don't think any of the main characters ever die. It's always just like this cop shows up or this guy at the pawn shop or whatever.
Yeah, he kills a dude with like, what's it called?
With a pogo stick. Yeah, the pogo stick. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check out the trailer for this one.
Yeah.
The luck of the Irish is being packed and shipped to a little town in South Dakota whose luck may have just run out.
really scared.
Hello? I need the police. This is an emergency.
You can kill anything. What the hell are you? You just gotta know how to do it.
Leprechaun.
It's out. It's out of the crate.
You could definitely tell the difference in the tone. Like this one feels like it was meant to be a scary movie.
Yeah.
Like the difference between this one and the Hood one.
Yeah, this one, the tone of it's really good. It has that good horror tone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still silly as F if you watch the movie. But I mean, it has that nice horror tone and like the lighting and all that's really impeccable, like the type of like 90s, 80s stuff we like.
Yeah, something that dates it too, and I caught it when I was watching it, is when they show a close up of Jennifer Aniston's character's her shoes. I was like, damn, I remember LA Gear.
Yeah.
Or the LA Gear, whatever happened to LA Gear.
Wow, yeah, that was big like in the early or mid 90s.
Yeah. So that was your number 3, right?
Yep.
My number 3, I have the Vegas one, Leprechaun 3. I think these 3, to be honest, let me just keep these 3. I wouldn't mind rewatching my top 3.
Yeah. All right.
I thought this one was fun, even though at first I was like, oh God, why is he still in the pawn shop? Like, when is he going to leave the pawn shop? Why doesn't he kill this, the first guy he runs into?
Yeah, he put up a good fight, that guy.
Yeah. So I put for this one, Stretch from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is in it. I was hyped about that. 45 minutes in, and the leprechaun continues to fight the pawn shop owner. Was he in the pawn shop so long because they couldn't pay? Because they couldn't pay to film much in Vegas. That's where I was like, I wonder if it's like Jason Takes Manhattan, where they're like, we can't pay for all these New York things, so we can't pay for him to be in the Vegas Strip so long, so he's gonna be in the pawn shop.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
I put the Stretch kill was awesome. The kill of Stretch reminded me of kind of like which Nightmare on Elm Street is that, where he keeps feeding that girl?
Yeah,
he keeps feeding her and she blows up. I think
3 or 4. What is it?
Yeah, but you know what was kind of odd about that part where he because Stretch's character wishes to be like hot again, right? So then the leprechaun gives her like mega duck lips and gives her the BB, what is it called, BBL or whatever? Butt lift. But it was almost kind of odd because I'm like, this movie's old, but it's kind of like some of the girls you see out in LA kind of look like
almost, the lips and the boobs and the butt. Yeah, they all just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but this was way before that, so I was like, that's so weird.
Yep.
Yeah, but I thought it was a fun one. Like you said, the different characters, like the magician guy that thinks he's all that, but they keep like humbling him, like you're nothing. The perv owner, Stretch, and the protagonist, the lady.
Oh yeah, she might be like my after Jennifer Aniston. She might be the number 2, huh?
Yeah, and this is another scene that kind of might have bumped it up for me. This scene right here. Check this scene out here.
Well, thank you very much. Those shoes, they come in blue suede. I really like them, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, you do that pretty good. Next time, make sure you get paid for it. Hey, man, see you on the flip side.
I just like how he doesn't even kill that Elvis impersonator. He dug him. Yeah. So this was probably because this is part 3, right? So this is probably where they were like, man, come on, let's just make these fun. Why are we trying to, like, that second one was bland as hell. Let's just try to make these movies fun. Yeah, but that's what I got at my number 3. What you got at number 2?
Number 2, I have one you just mentioned. On number 4, Leprechaun in Space. Leprechaun 4 in Space. So, man, this movie is just right up my alley. It just has the right level of silliness I like. It doesn't make sense. Like it it's a leprechaun in space. It's like almost like an alien ripoff, but more like an alien parody. But and then there's like the alien princess. You said he's trying to make his bride.
But then he's gonna kill her. He said.
Then he's gonna kill her, and she's kind of a villain herself. Like she's kind of evil. and then there's the weird guy that runs the whole show. That weird German scientist guy that's just an upper torso, and he's on that robotic contraption.
what did you make of that? Because I was like, well, I don't know, get it. Like, why is he like half robot?
It's just freaking silly. I guess he's trying to make like regenerative cells so he can regenerate himself. But then the leprechaun pumps him up with a scorpion and a spider, and then he turns into that weird the Fly type creature at the end. So there's like another separate like boss character in the movie. So this movie's awesome. It's got the weird freaking sergeant. He has like a metal kid.
Oh yeah, like Kano.
He's always barking out orders, and he's like tough guy. And then later on, of course, these writers of Leprechaun are obsessed with transvestites or drag. He turns into like a female, like he goes into like he's a drag scorpion thing. And then there's all the hotties in this, the chick from Home Improvement, and then the princess taking off her top and all that silliness. And then the main girl in there, the scientist, is another hottie, and it plays with the trope where she keeps getting all of her clothing ripped off, so she's like in her underwear by the end. And the dude too, like he gets his shirt ripped off and he's all built. The leprechaun turns into a giant. Like there's some sort of mechanism that shrinks stuff for like shipping it. Like it shrinks as gold, and so it's small, so it's easier to ship it across the universe. Like some kind of like shrinking device, and then somehow it reverses and hits the leprechaun and makes him big.
Yeah, this movie. I think from all the movies, it's like pretty like off the wall. It's pretty nuts.
And then DJ's in there. What's his name from Friday the 13th?
Talking about Joanna Man.
Yeah, Joanna Man. Yeah. So it's funny to see. I'm glad I was hoping he just wouldn't get killed off right away. He lasted through the whole movie. I love that
guy. Yeah, we met him at Monster Palooza, and that guy's a character in person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So number 2 for sure. For me, this is like the perfect level of silliness I love in movies. Leprechaun.
You had never seen this one ever?
You know what? Maybe when I was younger, I saw it with my brother, but I would just brush it off like, "Oh, this is so stupid." But man, I actually really like it.
But now it's become one of your favorites, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, instead of telling you what my number 2 is, I'm gonna just play a clip.
All right.
I think it might have gotten this clip might have bumped it up to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is my number 2 Leprechaun right here.
From the land of the Irish Spring, Dublin's the place where I learned my thing. From the Emerald Isle to your place in the hood, I'm the man of green, come to do no good. Lep in the hood, come to do no good. Lep in the hood, come to do no good. Blunt is dope, this place is hype. There's a lassie, she's just my type. Haven't been late in so long, it's happening. I'm so bad, I'm good. I'll show you what to do, so lend an ear. Don't worry, little lassie, you've got nothing to fear. Sit with the lad who's lean and green, and let me show you why I'm a love machine. I'm a wee green guy who's new to town. Show me what you do when you get down. I'll go up, you go down. We'll cause a scene, you'll love it. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Left in the hood, when we're bad, we're good. From the cliffs of Moor to your front door, better turn out the lights and pray some more. We're gonna party through the night until the dawn. Then you and I are gonna get it on. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Left in the hood, come to do no good.
Yeah. So this movie, I can't really add more to it. It's just funny. It's pretty hilarious. I think in the beginning, Ice-T shows up with like a super fake wig, like an afro.
It was like back in the 70s. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was hilarious.
And I kind of like how you said like Leprechauns trying to kill these guys because they have his whistle.
Yeah.
But Ice-T is also trying to kill the Leprechaun, but he's also trying to kill these guys because he wants the whistle.
Yeah.
And, freaking Ice-T smokes a joint with the Leprechaun and the rest.
Was that really a Coolio? Remember at the church, like, hey, look, Coolio's here. Remember there?
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Like he didn't. I thought he was gonna bust out and like sing or something, but he just showed up and he was back there. Like I don't know if it was really him or a lookalike.
Damn, we might have to fact check that. I don't remember that. But this is definitely like a enjoyable one.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
You know what I noticed with a lot of the movies too? There's a thing with them always poking out, stabbing Leprechaun in the eye. Like he always gets his eye taken out. He has bad luck with his eyeballs.
Yeah. He'll get a different eye, or he'll put his own eye back in, or grab someone else's eye and put it in. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my number 2. What's your all-time favorite Leprechaun movie?
Okay. This one, it started off where it was kind of slow, and I didn't quite like it as much as In the Hood. But man, by the end of the movie, I thought this was the best one.
Back to the Hood?
Yeah, Back to the Hood.
Yeah.
Back to the Hood. So it was. It takes itself a little too seriously. It's not really the most silly movie. Like it's kind of like a dark subject. Like the one guy's trying to get out of drug dealing, and the girl doesn't want him to, and then they think they're little goody two-shoes, and the college girl, they think they're going to do something good. But then once they get that money, they're like, oh, man, we can do whatever we want with this Leprechaun's gold. Like, this is unlimited money. And they get greedy.
Yeah.
And then that's when, the whole first half of the movie is nothing really special. But I kind of like the story of it. But it's not really anything funny. You do get a little bit of the Leprechaun, like smoking weed and all that.
A bong, right?
A bong. Yeah, he's smoking a bong. But I don't really remember much the first part. But the second half of the movie, I think like the action and the horror is like best. Like it's almost up there with like a Friday the 13th. Like the way once he starts getting on their tail and they're racing away from it, I just love the action of this movie, especially like when the cops arrest the protagonist and the girl, or the boy and the girl. Like once the movie just starts getting crazy after that, like the Leprechaun like fights with the cops and they shoot him and then he rips the cop's leg off. I kind of like how the cops are kind of bullies, like they're bullying everyone, and then that Leprechaun like rips their hearts out and rips their legs off. And then, like he gets in the cop car and he uses his own leg to chase the main characters, and they're on the bike. And then they go back to the other drug dealer, and that guy's being all cocky and bullying around the Leprechaun. And then the Leprechaun ends up like ripping his heart out, and then they all start shooting him with Uzis and machine guns. And then he just keeps coming back. It seems a little bit. It takes itself a little bit more seriously, but it's still like super silly. I love it. He almost seems like the Terminator in this movie. Like he keeps coming after the man and the woman, and then it goes up to the rooftop, and then he ends up being a furnace and all that. But and then it had all the supernatural stuff. Like it had all the fairy tale elements. Like they told the backstory of the Leprechaun, and they had a little animation at the beginning. And then there was like the sorceress woman, like the fortune teller that the Leprechaun fought with. I thought it was like a fun little. It took itself a little serious, but I kind of it was so silly, and it was like a fun action horror movie. I just Leprechaun Back to the Hood is my favorite.
Damn. At least, so it sounds like you got something out of watching. At least it sounds like the later half was a drag. Well, like the last couple ones.
Yeah. That one that's why I was kind of got like a second win right there when I watched this one. But then, man, it didn't last long. But then the little buddy, I thought it was funny. The little group, I know you didn't care for them much, but there's the the main guy and the girl are kind of boring, like typical lead characters or whatever. But then there was the pothead loser guy.
He's the only one I remember, and then like the tough guy, the one that's like a tough guy.
Yeah, the tough guy, and then there was like the college girl, and she ended up getting killed. Yeah, so I like this movie a lot.
Damn, that's gonna.
You know what? I even at Rasputin's today, I even got it.
You bought it? They had the Blu-ray or what? The DVD?
No, it was a DVD. It was $4. I got it. And this one too. I got my two favorites.
Back to the Hood.
Yeah, they were $4 a piece.
So you became a fan. That's
yeah. Kind of like how you became a fan of Halloween. What was it, Halloween 6 or 5?
Yeah. When we did the ranking, which we might have to redo that again. I remember when I watched those, I was like, man, I'm kind of liking these Halloween movies. They're pretty fun. Can't say the same for a lot of these Leprechaun movies. You know what? It kind of felt like, remember when we were doing those ranking reviews with Tight White? Like Friday the 13th, obviously. Friday the 13th, my favorite franchise. I pretty much love all of them, so it's no issue for me to watch them all, marathon them. Halloween, I became a big fan of those for most of them. Nightmare on Elm Street was kind of a drag for me after 4, I think.
Yeah,
they get rough. Yeah, they get rough, but nothing compared to the Leprechaun. Nothing compared to this. This was towards the end. I was like, oh my god, it was those last two that those are bad.
That's why I kind of appreciated Back to the Hood, because it was kind of like a peak in the valley, or like. Yeah. Well, I actually enjoy this, and then it went.
At least I had like some laughs. At least I had some laughs, like with the bong when he gets the bong rip, and then when he gets the munchies, and he's like making himself a sandwich and like all this stuff.
And he's massaging the chick with his feet.
And then he kills her, I think.
Yeah.
Is this the one where like the blind mom sits him down to eat and she's like feeding him mashed potatoes?
I think that's in the Hood.
Hood.
That was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Maybe I gotta give In the Hood another chance. I remember my wife kept waking up and interrupting me when I was watching it, and she woke up right at the part when all the guys were in drag, and she's like, "What are you watching?"
Started to have some questions. That's funny. All right, at number. Well, you got that. That's your number one. Back to the. It's THA. Back to the.
That's the last one I was expecting to be my number one, but I really enjoyed that.
For me, I got the original.
Yep.
I'm wearing the shirt right here. The Leprechaun.
I didn't notice that.
The OG. I think it's kind of biased too, because this is, like I said, the only one I ever watched before I watched them all recently. And I have like nostalgia for it because I actually saw this one in the theaters, and I remember when I saw it, it was 93. I'm born in 82, so I was 11, so I was, I think, like in 6th grade, and I remember being like, my mom would never allow me to miss school. I could have a fever, I could be super sick, I had to go to school, but I also have an older sister. So I think one time my parents they went to work or they weren't home, and my sister was 4 years older, and she's like, "Hey, you're not going to school today.
Yeah,
we're gonna ditch and we're gonna go watch the Leprechaun."
Yeah,
and I was like, that was like, "Oh man, you're the coolest sister ever. We're gonna go watch a horror movie, and I'm not gonna go to school." And we went to like this mall out here, I think in Beverly Hills, and so I always have that nostalgia for like the Leprechaun movie. And I'd like to get the poster one day, like this poster of him like kind of peeking through the door, and it says, "Your luck just ran out."
Yeah.
So I got a lot of nostalgia for it, and I feel like it's the one that's like it. I remember it kind of scaring me when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, this guy's kind of scary."
Yeah, when I first saw it, it actually scared me. I was probably like 14.
Yeah, like the pogo stick kill, and then he wanted to like rip Ozzy's stomach because Ozzy had swallowed the shilling.
Yeah, that was a part of like anxiety for me in that movie. Like, oh, he's gonna rip out Ozzy's stomach.
Yeah. And then at the end, you
Yeah.
got the classic line, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms." When the yeah, so I thought this one was cool, and I kind of like that it just kind of stays in this little small town.
Yeah,
they're just in this little shack. It kind of, when I was watching, I was like, kind of reminds me of like that freaking Pumpkinhead. Was it Pumpkinhead too?
Yeah, Pumpkinhead. Yeah, like Evil Dead or Pumpkinhead. It feels like a proper horror movie compared to all. I mean, the crappy WWE one is like a proper horror movie, but this is way better. But
yeah, F that one. And then the comedy, but it has comedy too, because like he does the ring around the rosy, like he does that, and then he does he goes down in some roller. Oh no, he gets on a little tricycle and he's chasing like Jennifer Aniston, isn't he?
Yeah, inside of the hospital, right?
Yeah, that's. I think it had a good blend of like horror and comedy. So.
Yeah.
This one for me was still, but it might be the bias. It's still my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
Some trivia from the movie. It says Lucky Charms cereal commercial inspired Mark Jones to write Leprechaun.
Oh heck yeah! Wow.
It says the Scooby-Doo animated television series Central Gang inspired the character archetypes of the first film's main crew.
Wow, so we got I guess so. Like Scooby and Shaggy would be the kid and the fat guy, and then Fred would be Lorenzo Lama's Dollar Tree. Yeah, well, there was no other girl though, right? So I guess the girl would be like Daphne.
Yeah. There was no nerd girl.
Yeah.
It says in the earlier script drafts, the Leprechaun was less comical and more horrific, thanks partly to Jones' prior research into the mythical creature's lore.
Oh, wow.
And it says Jones said the Leprechaun's name is Basil.
Oh, really?
And let's see what other tips. Leprechaun was Jennifer Aniston's film debut and predated her role as Rachel on the widely successful television sitcom series Friends.
Yeah, by far. She was pretty good, I thought.
You like the show Friends?
I'm not really into Friends. I mean, I don't hate it. It's good, but I was never really into it.
Another tip.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Lydia. She's a big. She listens to the podcast and loves Friends. She last time said like, why was Tylord singing as Louis Armstrong and he sounded like Kermit the Frog? I don't know if you remember when you sang Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Says Aniston rarely spoke of her role in the first film, which Warwick Davis scolded her for in interviews.
Oh, good for him.
It says later Aniston revealed embarrassment and fear that her career wouldn't have survived her decision to be in the movie. You know what's kind of funny about that? Like, the movie poster used to be this.
Yeah,
Leprechaun.
But then after she got big, it's always about her. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the DVDs now, the Blu-rays, it'll be a big picture of Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
With the leprechaun in the background, and it'll say starring Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
That's funny. It says auditions for the Leprechaun weren't fruitful, so casting director Lisa London recommended Warwick Davis. Davis was under contract with George Lucas via Willow. And it says they gave a special thanks to Lucas in the credits for allowing Warwick Davis to do the movie.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad they got him.
Yeah. So, what the hell? It is tradition around these parts.
Woo!
This ain't going to be a tough one because, not going to lie, I put this together like last minute. So I'm going to put you to the test here, Tylord. Okay. These are going to be the softest of softball pitches here. So you need to get like at least a 9 out of 10 because these are some freaking easy ass ones.
Like I said, I'm not a professor of the Leprechaun, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, but these are like, as far as Leprechaun trivia, this is like 1 plus. What's 1 plus 1?
Oh, okay.
Which actor plays the Leprechaun?
Oh, can I have a multiple choice, please? Is it Hornswoggle?
Here are the choices, actually. Ian Michael Smith, Vern Troyer, Warwick Davis, and Wee Man from Jackass.
Warwick. Vernon Troyer might have been good, too. No, Warwick Davis all the way.
I want me gold!
That's it. That's if you get it correct. Yeah.
Right.
I want me gold.
I want me gold.
Which you might be in big trouble because right here on the YouTube on video, you got a gold shilling rotating on your camera. You see it?
Yep.
Just flipping around. You might be in trouble with the leprechaun.
I need me shilling.
I want me gold!
All right. Where is the first Leprechaun movie based?
Is it in one of the Dakotas? I forgot if it's north or south. Do you have multiple choice?
Yeah, what even breaks it, it doesn't even want the actual city. It's like
Okay.
Las Vegas, a small rundown house, a spaceship, a cemetery.
A small rundown house.
I want me gold!
All right. Which of the following has a Leprechaun movie not been set in? A spaceship, In the Hood, a small house, or underground?
I don't know. Well, I guess underground, but they were underground on Leprechaun 2, right?
Is that your final answer?
Wait, what were the other ones? In the Hood, in space, a small house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it would be underground, but they actually were underground, right?
I think so. I think you got it right. Who knows?
I want me gold!
Gave you that one right. All right. The leprechaun once lost his hand. True or false?
It feels like he lost his hand a bunch of times. I say, yeah. True.
I want me gold!
All right. Where is the leprechaun's hiding place? In a small cave, underground, under a big rock, in a spaceship?
I don't remember his hideout. It was inside of a tree, right? So I guess a cave.
I want me gold!
All right, you're 6 for 6. What does a person need to do to make the leprechaun come to life when he is stoned? Tell him to awake. Tell him to take off his shoes. Take off his necklace or punch him in the face.
Necklace.
All right. Oh.
I want me gold!
All right. 7 for 7. Can you get a perfect 10 out of 10?
All right. I'm going to be the professor of Leprechaun after all. Yeah.
In the fourth movie, what did a cadet from the spaceship pee on to electrify him? The leprechaun's severed hand, the leprechaun's gold, the leprechaun's severed head, the leprechaun's foot.
I was thinking it was... Oh, that's a tough one. I'm thinking it's his hand, maybe.
I want me gold!
Right.
And finish this line. Where's me? And there's the multiple choice. Mother? Lucky Charms.
Where's me Lucky Charms?
Gold and or coins.
Where's me gold?
I want me gold!
That was the line right there.
All right.
And let's see. The last one for the complete sweep. In what movie did the leprechaun go to Las Vegas? What installment?
Leprechaun 3 in Vegas.
I want me gold!
Damn,
Right.
that was a clean sweep right there.
No, I'm a graduate of Leprechaun School, and I'm a Leprechaun professor now.
We'll put the certificate in the mail.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go, why don't you tell the people where they can find you, Tyler? Where can they find you on the YouTubes?
You can find me at Tylord on YouTube or Tylord Stevenson on YouTube, or I'm on Instagram, Tylord79. I don't really post much, but you can catch James Bond reviews with Wubbs, my co-host Wubbs, and myself on my YouTube channel, and I'll be trying to do some pickup videos, getting back to some gaming.
Yeah.
Tylord at Tylord on YouTube. Tylord.
I'll put the links in the show notes, in the description. As for me, Retro Tiburon on all the social medias. If you're listening on the audio end, I'm on YouTube. Retro Tiburon, I do gaming live streams. I do swap meet vlog videos. I do pickup videos. We do it all there, pal. Go check it out over there. But before we go, Tylord, right before we hit the record button, he's like, I just wrote a Leprechaun song. What was it, 20 minutes before we hit the record button?
Yeah, thank you, AI. Soon
So Tylord wrote a Leprechaun song and plugged it into the old AI machine. And we're gonna listen. This is gonna be my first time listening to this too. So
all right,
I'll be listening live. Later, pals. Oh, let me see. Before we go, since we're talking about the Leprechaun, what are 3 wishes? If you got that Leprechaun and you got a hold of him and you could get 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
And you can't wish for more wishes.
No, that's the only catch.
I'll wish for world peace for you, and then maybe a Nintendo Switch for Wubs, and what else? Maybe maybe for a new Bond movie to come out.
A new Bond movie. That'll sound like, possible. All right, let's check out this song written by Tylord and performed by AI. Let's check this out. See you guys on the other side.
Later.
If you want to see Jennifer Aniston in some shorty's Leprechaun, what is the movie for you? If you'd like to see some kid and his drunk Uncle Morty, Leprechaun 2 is the movie for you. If you want to see Warwick Davis and shenanigans in Vegas, Leprechaun 3 is the movie for you. And if you just say, fuck it, I want it all to go to space, Leprechaun 4 is the movie for you. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. El Tiburon only likes it for a reason. The same guy directed Rumpelstiltskin. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. Bless your soul if you had to endure a marathon. Grab a whiskey or Guinness and join along. If you like iced tea and midgets with fly hose, Leprechaun 4 in the Hood is for you. If you like more hood horror at the end of a rainbow, Leprechaun Back to the Hood is for you. If you like WWE horror films that don't belong, Leprechaun Origins is the movie for you. And if you just wanted to suffer all along, Leprechaun Returns is the movie for you. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. El Tiburon only likes it for a reason. The same guy directed Rumpelstiltskin. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. Bless your soul if you had to endure a marathon. Grab a whiskey or Guinness and join along. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. El Tiburon only likes it for one reason. The same guy directed Rumpelstiltskin. Leprechaun on the Retro Wave podcast. Bless your soul if you had to endure a marathon. Grab a whiskey or Guinness and join along.